What's going on, guys? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon. In this episode, I'm wanting to build some more gentle rides. I realize we have quite a few we haven't built yet. We don't have a haunted house. We don't have a merry-go-round. We don't have a car ride. I'm not sure I'll build that quite yet. And we don't have a spiral slide. So those are all very simple things to do. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that while we wait for, I guess, we'll also build the hedge maze. I'm wanting to get a new coaster design. I'd love to build a new roller coaster for you guys this episode, but I'm kind of hoping and waiting and hoping to get a new one so that I don't have to build something that's already in existence in this park. So, this park is so heavily forested, it's hard for me to like visualize where I want to build stuff. I hope that makes sense. I think this spot right here will work. If we do it here, we can do the entrance, exit. Yeah, this will work nicely. That's perfect. Awesome. Okay, nice and simple. Slide 1. And we'll go through and change the things we normally do. And actually, let's try unlimited and see if that makes it any more fun. So that's 1.94. And now we open it. We'll see if that makes it any more exciting. So, awesome. We just got our hedge maze. We will do that soon. While we wait for that, what would be a good one for this? Sally Slide. And then the paint job, I feel like it defaults to this color palette quite often. I think each ride has somewhat of a set few color palettes it will choose from when you initially start building the ride. So that might be why we're getting some repeats here. Ooh, how would blue and yellow look? That's kind of cool. And then a blue and white floor. I like that. We're doing that. Sally Slide. I like it. And do we have... Okay, so it does make it more exciting doing... wow, that line picked up quick. It does make it more exciting doing unlimited rides per admission than a single ride per admission, which makes sense. I would totally have more fun going on a ride over and over and over again than just once. There's only some rides that I would enjoy riding just a bunch. Not a ton. Some are a little too intense to do that. So this I think is going to look kind of cool. Just doing it back in the woods here. I'm trying to think. I've been to one amusement park before, and I'm struggling to remember which one it was. I think it might have been somewhere at Disney World. I've been there once. I went there on it was actually a band trip in high school, and it was a lot of fun. We were there for three full days, I think, and we only did probably about 3 hours of band-related stuff. The rest was all hanging out at Disney World. And it was a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm trying to think about a name. And the haunted house I went on, it was kind of like you sat in a vehicle, and it took you on a track through the haunted house. And there was like scary stuff that would pop out, and they had like projectors to simulate ghosts and stuff. It was really cool. I wish you could see inside this haunted house and what it actually looked like, because I think that'd be pretty cool. This is about to pick up quite a bit though, so $2.45, and I just realized we didn't increase the price on Sally's Slide, so we'll go back and do that here in a sec. Henry's haunted house? Henry's House of Horrors. We might have already named a ride House of Horrors. If we have, I'm sorry about that. Why didn't that update? It says Haunted House 1 here, and it says... What? What the heck? I'll have to see what I just did there when I look at this again. But yeah, I need to go back through... Excuse me. I mentioned earlier I wanted to go back through all of my old episodes and look at, or I guess all my old parks, and make a list of the names I've done just so I can make sure I'm not using the same name again. Because as I go through this, if I do this entire game, which as of now is my plan, that is... What did I decide it was? 81 parks in total, I believe. And we're only on 7, and I'm already forgetting names I've used. So if I'm going to try to keep that up, I need to make sure I make a list so I'm not doing repeats of names. So maybe I'll do that this weekend. I don't know. 240. That is perfect. Sweet. And it's already picking up. I like it. Henry's House of Horrors. We need to make sure we have a mechanic for this area. Who's closest? And I don't know if we ever got one... Actually, yeah, we did. So, underground ride. This dude. We'll actually hire another one for these rides. And this guy needs a name. I know. Give me 1 second. I need to make sure he can go where he needs to go. And that will get him right there. Okay, and so this guy is... Log Flume Haunted House. And this helps me so much with handymen. It's not super important that they cover every inch of your park, and it becomes pretty apparent if there's an area that's being missed. But with mechanics, you need someone going to everything, and I always like having at least one that can go wherever, just in case I do miss a ride. Like I know I didn't do this guy. Boat hire train. Look at that. Just add that little bit right there, and he can now cover it. Sweet. So that makes it so much easier to do. I think I'm definitely going to stick with that naming mechanic. I don't know why I never did that before, or why that idea is just now coming to me. So we can charge $230 on this. That's an expensive slide. You can see people are getting tired of waiting because people are just going on it over and over again. But that's okay. It doesn't matter too much. Okay, so that's 2 of the 3 I said I wanted to build. We've got our slide, we've got our haunted house, and let's build a merry-go-round. Add some colorful music to our park. I don't want to build it in this like forest area. That doesn't really seem to fit as a merry-go-round, in my opinion. What about right on this hilltop? I think we'll actually get rid of that one as well. We'll do that. And we'll do the entrance here, and the exit can actually go right back out onto that path there. So who's covering this area? We'll actually have the storm train guy expand out. Our underground ride mechanic already has quite a bit of footpath to cover, so. And we just need to add this, and this will work out perfectly. One thing I have a pet peeve about is doing angles with footpaths. Like, I'll just build it just so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't like doing that. I don't like it. So instead of that, I'll just build this across like that. I'd rather have those supports. It looks more realistic in my opinion. And you guys know me. I like my realism. So. And that actually, I like the color of that. We're going to do that. I like that color. It goes very well with the line here. So. Okay, 116. I should know these by now. There's some of these that never change. I guess it would change a little if I built it like with a bunch of rides around it or something, but just by default, I'm pretty sure I'm always charging $1.10 for the merry-go-round. So, and let's do Mary's merry-go-round. Actually, no, let's do merry-go-round. It's a little variation on the naming scheme we've done, but it's still got someone's name and the name of the ride. I like it. It's a little bit different. Okay, we just unlocked something, or not unlocked, but our R&D department got us a new ride. Oh yes, we will get to this in just a sec. Let me finish building all these. I haven't built a bobsled. Again, I'm saying this on everything. Obviously, I haven't built it since my childhood, but that used to be such a fun ride to build, and I'll show you why in a second. But first, let me get this built. What if we do it just kind of on top of this hill here? We're going to have to demolish these 2 trees, and then... Sorry, I'm trying to plan this out here. Okay, so we'll do an entrance and exit on these 2 tiles. So we'll start it right here, and then it's going to need to end at this other one over here. So we'll just make this all open. Why not? Okay, so I don't want to make this too big because, again, it doesn't seem to matter too much how big it is. They still have a decent time, and I want to make sure I build it all on this upper level. I don't want to build it out over supports. I think that's as far as I can go. Yeah, same here. Okay, so let's make our way back through here just to... I don't know how much having different options as far as where they can go affects the ride, or attraction, I guess. This isn't really a ride. But like, if I were to just do a single path where they could not get lost and just made their way from the start to finish, where they had no option of getting lost, I don't know how exciting that would be, or if it would affect the ride at all. But I don't know, it'd be interesting to find out. Okay, so that should be good. I want to do our entrance here and our exit there. How does that work out with... Okay, that's perfect. So it's a nice and small hedge maze. I didn't want to go crazy with it. I'm kind of way too excited about building a bobsled, so I just kind of want to get this done with. We'll do Molly's magnificent maze. Sorry, I was having a tough time spelling magnificent right there. Talking while typing a word. As I'm sounding it out, some of the letters I'm typing get lost. Okay, Molly's magnificent maze, and we won't know how successful that is, so we won't price it quite yet. And we need to make sure that Catherine's cruiser mechanic, which I think is this guy right here, let's wait for him to come back. Boat hire train is now boat hire train slide maze. There you go. Not going to rename him because that's a ridiculous name, but... Okay, not my greatest, but that's okay. $1.68 if I could, but I can't, so $1.60. And... Okay, let's get building our bobsled coaster. If I remember correctly, these things are expensive. So I'm going to have to... Yeah, if you look at the price estimate, $1,320, $2,700. So like 2 times the price estimate. Okay, bobsled roller coaster. Track is a circular channel supported by tubular steel posts. Cars run on small wheels and are free to take their own course along the track, guided only by the curvature and gradient of the channel. So this is another ride. It's kind of like the water slide. As far as the physics of it go, they're just kind of free to travel wherever physics takes them on that track. So that means if you do a steep drop and then go up, like we have to be careful with a water slide, where if we ever do an increase, we'll do a enclosed channel. Sorry, I stopped moving my mouse. I again started gesturing with my hands, and again, you can't see that. But yeah, so we need to make sure that we don't have any steep drops followed by a small incline. because there is no enclosed portion for this ride, if I remember. Yeah, it tells you that right here. So track layout requires very careful planning, as cars can crash off the track at the crests of hills if going too fast. So this might take a couple trial and error builds to get correct, but this is insane. And I don't believe this ride has a single increase in height. So it all just curves and slowly drops. There's not a single incline. I'm going to try to do, I don't know, we'll see where we go. And this one is the same thing. So this is all about lots of twists and turns. Both of those rides had a ton of those, and we're going to be doing a ton of those as well. I don't know where I want to do this. We've got quite a bit of park space back here in our kind of foresty area. But I don't know where I want to do it. We could do it. I'm trying to find a good spot. What if we did it? Sorry, this might help if I zoom out and kind of get a better feel for... Yeah, we're going to have to do it back here. I think this would be kind of cool. Actually, that's going to drive me nuts, destroying all those trees. Let's do it in this area. It's open. I don't have to demo as many trees, and this ride is going to take... A lot of trees are going away. Let's just say that. So I'm going to build this all the way at the edge, and I actually want to backtrack it because I want the front to be around here. So we'll do the front right there, and then I want to back this off a few. We're going to go over this. So I don't know how long that is, but that's plenty. So this, I'm excited for this ride. I haven't built one of these in a long time, and they're just so much fun to do. That's gonna be... That's okay. We'll drop this one just so we don't get stuck, and we'll go back up this direction. So this thing can go pretty high. I don't want to take it too incredibly high because, again, like I said, it's a lot of... Actually... Okay, I'm starting to get ideas as I go here. So I don't want to do a ton of up and down, but I do want to do a little bit. So you can't do a steep drop on this ride. That's one thing that's kind of cool. So I want to go back up a little bit. And again, I have to make sure I don't kill anyone. So I'm going to go back up to one height lower than where we started. So I know it'll clear it, but I don't want it to be awful. But look at that. The helices are so cool, but they're also so expensive. This ride will get very expensive very fast. And I like doing this one large, one small, one large, one small. It allows you to travel in a certain direction purely by using helices. So we're going to take out $4,000 more. And I don't know, this is going to be so expensive. Actually, let's helix back up in this direction. And we'll do... Actually, yeah, we'll do another large one here. That's fine. And so we're at 21. That should easily clear that. So I'm trying to make this have a bunch of just twists and turns, and that's what makes this ride good. So if I can clear that, that'd be awesome. And I can. Can you do an on-ride photo here? No. What if I did an S-bend here? Would that be good? I don't know. We'll find out. But I need to start getting this back down to ground level here because I don't really have the money to make this Super crazy. Oh, and this is right over that. I don't like that. We'll do... Did I do that wide? Let's tighten that up. There we go. And then we'll go down a little bit more. That's gonna... Oh, I thought that was gonna hit that. But it doesn't. Okay, so we're at 17. Okay, we'll try to get this back down. My goodness, this is expensive. So the station's there. Okay, so if I do another small one. Actually, let's... Sorry, I'm trying to make this work, but it's kind of difficult. So that's not going to clear that 17. So I do need to do another one. Helix down small. What's that in the way of? Roller coaster? Oh, am I hitting my own roller coaster? Oh, that wasn't here. Okay. So this should work now. No, it won't. I wonder if I can clear this footpath if I do that. It's looking like I can. And that's actually not where I want to be lined up. I need to go one further. There we go. And now we should be able to just level it out and continue it. I hope. Okay, we'll just S-bend. That's fine. S-bend to the right. And we'll make the station any longer if we can. I think that's 12. And that is our bobsled. This is definitely probably a better ride to build at the end of a park because just of how expensive it is to build. I had, what, $3 grand to my name and took out a $4 grand loan. So we spent at least $7 grand on that thing, which you can build a mini steel coaster for like 1, maybe 2. So definitely not a cheap ride. But I knew that going in, so that is okay. Let's get footpaths going and queues. If I can line it up right. How do I want to do this? Actually go over this path. And back down right here. I think that looks nice. And then this will just run all the way over. Is that too low? Yeah, it is. Perfect. And then let's just add another bench and a trash can just to make it match the rest of our park. And which mechanic is responsible for over here? Storm guy can cover it. Where are you at? I think this is him. No, that's mechanic 2. Let's grab Storm Train bobsled. There we go. Okay, so we got our mechanic. We got our... I don't think I have a handyman assigned there, but that's fine for now. How can we not make this Bob's sled? Bobsled? 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 Bobsled. I like it. No matter how you spell it, it sounds the same. Bobsled. Okay, and then the paint job. I kind of like the blue and white. It's very... I don't know, any experience I have with a bobsled is watching the Winter Olympics. So a kind of wintry color makes sense to me. Actually, this would be a really cool one to do. Ooh, I have ideas, guys. Okay, we're going to do a cool paint job on this, and I will be back. I'm going to do it real quick. I'm going to take care of this real quick, and I will join you when I'm done. guys, that is our color scheme. I wanted to do an alternating color scheme. I know I didn't get it perfect. Like, I try to do every other piece, and I know this is like 2 pieces right there, but part of it, I think it looks better if you have a little bit of imperfections just to make it look more like it alternates, even though it technically doesn't. I think that looks pretty cool. That's my first time doing that ever, I think. I don't know if I've ever done that alternate color scheme back when I used to play this as a child. So I think that came out really nicely. Okay, let us go ahead and give Bob's Sled a test run. Okay, so my initial thoughts are it goes a little slow, and that's okay. It doesn't look the greatest, but one thing I am worried about is this thing exploding. So one way to avoid that, like if these station brakes fail, that thing is going to crash, and it's going to crash hard. One way to prevent that from happening, it's going to make us a little less money, but if we just do one train, that could fix that. Or, actually, can I do brakes on this ride? What if I get rid of one piece of station? Can I do brakes? I cannot. Okay, so... Ooh, I'm trying to decide if I want to risk it or not. We're gonna risk it. But if this thing breaks down, we need to be kind of on top of it. Can I get 3? I can. Awesome. That should make this go a little bit faster. And we don't have test results yet because we just changed the cars up. So we'll test 1. And no one's going to ride this because it's raining, but no one's going to ride a bobsled. It sounds so strange saying. Just because it's so generic. I think this is going to be very popular, though. I know it's not crazy fast in the beginning, but I think that's going to help. It's got enough speed to where they're not going to like fall off the inside of the track. But I almost wish I didn't go back up here. I wish I kept going down. Although I'm not sure I would have been able to clear merry-go-round if I did. So that speed right there is a good speed, in my opinion. So, and hopefully this will be so popular that they're constantly moving. That guy just got turned away because the ride decided it wanted to launch a car with no one in it. Why would it do that? Okay, we're going to see how this did, and another high, medium. Awesome. A very expensive ride for, you know, you could build a $2,000 ride with these same stats, and it's not going to be any different. But I think that looks pretty nice. I think that adds a lot to our park. It is kind of an eyesore with all the supports, but there's only so much I can do about that. So, all right, this is $5.50 to ride bobsled. There we go. I don't know why I single clicked all that. Let's make sure people actually want to ride this thing once it stops raining here. Oh, our handyman wants to ride it. Awesome. And so this can seat how many people? 2 people per car, so 14 people per train? I think that'll work out nicely. Yeah, this is going to be a very popular ride, I have a feeling. But okay, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed bobsled and some of the more gentle rides we built. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care.